Heyo, here we go. All right, couple of things here. Hang on, I gotta mute this thing. People love to blow me up when I'm live. It's unbelievable. 9 people in the house. It is let's see, who do we got here? Investable Collectibles was here at 10:58 in the AM, in my time zone at least. I showed up at 11:18 in the chat at least, and a few minutes late to start the show. Daniel Huffman, what's up? Shadow Cloud. I gave you the preview of the fingernails. We got Anthony Taylor, Brian, Sean, and Richard Somerville. The gatekeeper of the time stop. He shows it 3 times a week at least, as I would too. That's well done. Makes perfect sense. All right. So we got a few things we're going to do today. We got at least one guest, possibly a second. You can never be quite sure. Sometimes these things are unpredictable, but we could have a big second guest, possibly. We're going to have a sample pack break. So we're on sample pack break number... Oh, there's some live packs in there. We got some live action right there. So we got the old packs, right? This is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Doesn't make sense. Wait, 17? So this is sample pack break number 17. Maybe I miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. 16, 17. All right, I see what happened here. So we have, this is sample pack break number 17. But we have this one. And this was an ancient relic here. These are the silver packs. And we just saw, what's the guy's name? Grendel's Village or something? Grendel's Army? What's a Grendel? Is it Grendel? Grundle? That doesn't seem right. That can't possibly be right. Let me see. Let me check in my Discords here. Oh, I gotta get this right for the guy. It would be wrong to get it wrong. Who knows about Grendel? Let me see. Collector Arthouse Discord. I know I have a... Where's my content creator channel? I really don't know how to use a regular computer. I'm usually on my iPhone. So I don't know how to find things in my own Discord, apparently. Let me go to the iPhone. This is getting it's getting too complicated. I gotta get this guy's name right as a proper shout-out. Seems like the respectable thing to do. Self-promotion. Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah, Grendel's Gallery. Alliteration. A la Eric's Curiosa. So Grendel's Gallery. He opened one of these bad boys recently. So this is a silver sample pack. Yeah, Damo is his real name. That's right. Is that his real name? That is a pretty sick name. They go hard down there in Australia with the names. And in real life. So you got the silver pack unmarked, no void sticker, right? So this predated alpha. That's why we have 17 packs there in the pile. I forget, I got that somehow. I can't remember. That was like so long ago. I think we opened it up on the channel. And, you know, we got these 2 packs. One of these will open today. I think last few weeks we went with the American packs. So the American packs have the void sticker on the front and then the barcode on the back. So let's do that one today. And then next week, we'll go back to, was this Germany? I think this was Germany. Germany and UK both have the barcode stickers on the front and nothing on the back, except a little smudge of dust, apparently. So that one we'll do next week. I'll put that safely aside. We'll do the American one today. Oh, then we got this one here. First edition. First edition test. Somehow I got, who can remember any of these things? Somehow I got this one too. And this also predated the Kickstarter, and this one has been opened. I opened this up on the channel. Maybe someone bought it and I opened it for them. Man, I'm really losing my mind here. It's tough. It's tough getting old like this, guys. You gotta keep thinking. Stay sharp. All right, let's zoom back out. There's Tony right there chilling. Look at that, King of the Realm. All right, so we got some artist proofs. We still got a lot of artist proofs left from Elvira. Whoa! How'd that get in there? Look at that one. Elvira Palikowska. We will have one of these coming up. Probably in like, let's call it 7 to 10 days-ish. So next weekend, Where's my, let me see here. Next weekend, we got this coming up. We got this one. So in Francesca Berald's monthly newsletter, she announced the Unland Eel. This is the last of the 4 artist proofs she has painted to date. She's very busy. She has very little time to paint these. So this one's going to be auctioned next weekend. I think we said Thursday to Saturday is what we usually do. So this coming Thursday to Saturday, that one will be offered. And then we'll have one of these. This one's mine. This one's not going to be sold. But I have one on the way to me. And Eric's Curiosa. This is probably one of the most iconic cards in the game. This is a Curio sketch card, first ever sketch card in Sorcery Contested Realm. And it's the Eric's Curiosa, which is arguably the most iconic card in the game. You know, obviously Philosopher's Stone is massive, but the Eric's Curiosa sketch card is one of the S tier. I think they call it S tier, right? That's the top tiers. It's one of the top tiers Alpha Curio cards. So we're going to have one of those coming up for auction in the Sorcery Contested Realm community group and on Facebook and the Collector Arthouse Discord in the mirrored auctions. All right, so then we got the sample cards. Now, these are the artist proof cards. We're going to do sample pack break. Got a lot of artist proof cards left from Elvira Polakowska. Those are available for direct sale. Just hit me up on Collector Arthouse Discord or Facebook. Mike Servati, you can direct message me. And put that over there. Put that aside safely. So there's a lot of those left. Everyone's asking about Magellan Globe's a big one. Browse is popular. I might have one more Browse to auction. I'll take a look at that. I forget if I did both. I don't know. Various things. So we got the King of the Realm. That's the King of the Realm right there. The artist proof. Those are mine. What else do we have in this binder? I kind of forget. Okay, so this was my pledge. My little pudge thing. Avatar of Fire. So when I backed Kickstarter, you know, I got that with my stuff. These come with the collector tier. And yeah, maybe that's it for these pages. I got some pages here I got to fill up. Let's go back to the start. So this weekend, yesterday was Elvira Shakarova's birthday. You know, so we got some sketches of the mixes. Beautiful. The various designs of the mix cards that she did. Super iconic. This is Self-Same Simulacrum. A different take on that concept. We got the Yelvaline Dryad sketches. And, oh, here's a couple. Windsylph. Windsylph 1 and 2. Of course, this was the one that was used that Eric chose for the final version. And, oh, Elementalist. How about that one? So we got the final version of Elementalist and the initial concept. This one was an incredible artist proof. So I'll show you the, oh, there's the king again. All right, let's go to the website really quick. I wanted to show this montage that I made. By the way, we're going with this one here for Frazetta. This is Frazetta's birthday month. So in honor of Frazetta, we'll go with that for the background. And let's go to the websites here really quick. The Guest. What's up, man? And we got someone from Facebook chiming in. So if you're on Facebook, I can't tell what your name is. You got to declare yourself if you want to be known. Otherwise, you could join on YouTube. So we're going to share screen. Okay, we got a guest coming up in a minute here. All right, I'll let you on in a minute, man. I just want to show really quick here. We're going to share that screen. Oh, no, entire screen. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Entire screen coming up. And then we'll do that. And then there we go. In the Sorcery Contested Realm community Facebook group, we had this awesome montage of Elvira Shakarova for her birthday yesterday. And look at all these incredible artist proofs she's done so far. There's been 3, 6, 9, 12 to 15-ish. Something on that order of magnitude that she's done so far. She's very busy, so they're kind of far and few between. But there you have it. There's the community group. We'll come back to that. I got the Wheel of Names all loaded up, ready to go. 15 slots in the pack. But first, we're going to talk about SorceryCon. And that's going on this weekend in Seattle. And there was a painting commission for SorceryCon that we're going to talk about in a moment here. We'll talk about that painting and the artist who created it. Steve, what's up, man? Let me remove this. How you doing? Can you hear me? You apparently cannot hear me. Nothing ever goes smoothly.
How's it going,
How am I
Mike?
getting in
You hear me
contact with you?
okay?
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I
I
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Can you hear me all right?
You hear me?
I got you. Can you hear me? I hear you, dude. You're muted. You muted your speaker. There you go. You muted yourself. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Perfect.
All right, good. Good to go. Let me what do you is this your studio room where you do the paintings? Hang on a second. I messed you up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is where I hang out and do my paintings and stuff.
Nice, man. And you got something. What do you got up on the board right now?
This is what I'm working on. Just a personal piece. We got a barbarian dude hanging out front of like a Mongol horde coming at him with the horses and stuff. So I don't know how the glare picks it with this, but
Yeah.
we're still in the early stages of it.
Yeah, that looks cool. Is that a personal project or did someone commission you for that?
Nope, this one's a personal project I'm hoping to take to IX.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, so on that note, you did you apply for IX or you bought a booth for the weekend show? What's going on with that?
I bought a booth for the overnight show and I managed to get in, so I'm pretty excited about that. This will be the first time I get to be in it, so I'm really excited.
Yeah, so did you attend the last 2 years?
I attended last year and I wasn't there the year before, but I followed you pretty close when you were doing the your stuff there, and it really I made sure I could make it last year.
Nice. Yeah, so it'd be awesome to see you actually manning a booth there, showing off some of your work. So you're working on a few pieces to bring, and it's in. Do you remember the dates? It's like third week of October or so.
Yeah, it's like October 23rd and 24th, somewhere around there.
Okay, so you'll be there Friday night and Saturday night, is it?
Yep.
All right, sweet. Yeah, I'll be there definitely at least Saturday. Maybe I should go both nights this year. I don't know. I'll think about that. But this weekend we got SorceryCon going on in Seattle, right? And you want to talk a little bit about what that event is and how you got involved with it?
Yeah. So the SorceryCon in Seattle is a kind of a homebrew tournament that has just kind of gathered legs and ran. The progenitors of the tournament, Flying Skull or Floating Skull, and Alex West reached out when they were starting stuff. They're like, "Hey, we would love to have some kind of individualized art, hand painted art." And I was like, "Hey, well, I just done the set of 3 pictures for them for the multiplayer cards." So I got pretty excited, and I was like, "Hey, I'll do it for you." And so I worked with Floating Skull, and he kind of talked me through a couple ideas that he was interested in, and the one you got with you is the one we settled on.
Yep, let me add that. So before you go into that, the you talked about the multiplayer cards. Are you guys all play testers? Are you are, I know. Is Floating Skull and Alex as well?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Floating Skull isn't. I don't know if Alex is or not off the top of my head.
Okay.
But I was a pre-alpha tester, and since then I've been doing beta tests for them. Having a hell of a time. I love doing that stuff with them. But the 4-player cards, Floating Skull made the rule set for that all on his own. When he originally made the cards, he had AI art, and that bugged me because I think Sorcery as a project, as a whole, really deserves hand painted art. And so I offered to work with them to do stuff for free. The paintings that are on those cards are all they were just personal work, and we did it for free, and we made it print and play, so anybody can print those out and play with them.
Yeah. So the 4-player, I know the company talked about that. They were teasing it as a stretch goal, actually, all the way dating back to Kickstarter. I think they said they were thinking about adding that, and then ultimately they did not because they couldn't work out the details of it in time. So I know it's on their radar, but it hasn't been officially revealed. So your guys' experimentation is more of like a community-driven attempt to just expand the concept?
Yeah. Because pretty much if with the experiences we've had is if you play with just 4 players, letting them have at it, the game runs for hours and hours, and it really drags out. The purpose of the cards is to kind of force interaction between people and kind of shorten the games down a little bit.
Cool. All right, awesome. So getting to your painting here, tell us a little. You said so they reached out to you, Floating Skull and Alex, and said they needed a painting for the SorceryCon, which I think started on Friday, as I understand, or is at least going through this weekend. Today's the last day.
Yeah, I think they had people there for like free play on Friday. They've been doing draft events all weekend. I know the two big parts of the tournament have been were yesterday and today. And I think, yeah, it does stop for them at like 6 p.m. ish. Yeah, Pacific time. So,
Cool.
yeah, when they reached out to me, it was pretty simple. He just said, "Hey, let's make this fantasy and Seattle." They liked some of my my older designs. So the one that I made for Outlands, for the Outlands card, which is this guy right here.
Yeah, that looks really cool on the card. I saw the mock-up you guys did on the card. That's a nice painting too. I like the colors you did there in the background.
Thank you. So this this setup with the floating island kind of resonated with him. And he said, "Hey, you should do something like that. Maybe putting Mount Rainier in it. Maybe putting the Space Needle in it."
Yep.
I actually had to look it up because I'm a silly East Sider.
Yeah.
And to me, I keep getting confused between the Space Needle and the Skyline Tower in Niagara Falls. So I had to look up what it actually looked like to be able to paint it. So
yeah. What about these other two? Like, is this just to show like an intergalactic, like other floating space islands?
yeah, so part of it is, it's a gathering of areas, people coming from different places, and so I just threw in a couple extra islands to kind of bring it all together. I think the one in the top left is actually a armory building in the city of Rochester. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And then the one that they keep using with the observatory, which is the one just to the right of the Space Needle there. Yeah. That one was just my take on like Minas Tirith from Lord of the Rings. It's got the levels of the city.
Yep.
But
Cool.
then they were telling me that people were coming from real far away, and I threw an extra planet in there just for the sake of it. So.
Yeah, I like that concept because like these tournaments are pretty impressive. There's the SorceryCon going on in Seattle. We got the Courtesan Cup. One of the qualifiers is next weekend, and then the big event is June 14 to 16, and then we have March of the Mortals and down in Texas, and then Jesse's thing down in, I forget what Jesse's calling his, down in Australia, but we got at least 4 major tournaments going on. This is one of the biggest ones, the SorceryCon. And there's some sweet playmats. So like we posted, this one's up for auction right now. It's going to end tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. Someone actually just placed a bid this morning. It's at $275. No reserve. So people could bid at the Collector Arthouse Discord group or on the Facebook community page. And the proceeds are going to Steve here. And they made the playmats they made of these. So tell me again, every person that attends gets a playmat, or is it just the people competing?
I think it's every person who attends the convention is getting the 1-person playmat, and then they have a couple of the 4-person variants for people who want to play 4-player offline. Gotcha.
Yeah, the 4-players. So is the 4-player like twice as big as the 2-player, or how do you guys come up with the size of that?
I didn't come up with any of the sizes, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But I know that because I printed one out, that I think they were designed to be printed on like a 3-foot by 3-foot mat, which is like an easy custom mat size to get for like wargaming and stuff like that. Which is part of the reason why this painting ended up being so big.
Okay.
Just so that when it got scanned at high res, it could be blown up to whatever size and really not have a problem.
Yes, and it's 18 by 24 inches, so it is pretty big. I mean, it's hard to get. So let's just show like a regular. This is a King of the Realm card. So by comparison to a card or a sample pack, it's a very large painting, 18 by 24 inches. It looks awesome in person. The colors are actually coming across pretty decent. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And then you're offering up the sketch, which I forget. I think I put it on the shelf or something. But the sketch you'll throw in if it hits 1K. We'll see how it does. near the close. A lot of people like wait till the end, so we'll see how it does tonight. But yeah, it's an awesome concept, man. I didn't think that the intergalactic like coming together of people was what you were going for there, but I really love that idea. I think that makes perfect sense for a tournament.
Yeah, I think for them, especially with SorceryCon, it really says a lot. The fact that this isn't being run by Eric's Curioso. This is just two fans who came together and put together this whole tournament. Talking to them, their interviews and stuff that they've done. They weren't sure that they were going to fill the 70 people, when they were looking for their max number of tickets they could sell and stuff like that. They weren't sure that they were going to even get, that number. And so the fact that they've had such overwhelming support is really cool. And to be part of that is pretty special.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. So where can, before we wrap up here, I want to give you an opportunity to plug anything else you wanted to, like where people could see your artwork, if you have a website or anything like that.
Yeah, so I have ArtStation that's up right now where people can look at my artwork and buy prints if they're interested. That's artstation.com/Ozminkowski without the W. Okay. And then we're actually in the process of setting up our big website, which will be me personally. I'll have a store on there. I've recently gotten the ability to do my own prints. So we're going to do, it's Ozminkowski.art, which is pretty cool. And as part of that, Mike, I think I talked to you about this before. So I have two things if you want to give them away.
Okay.
Two sets of these. So these are postcards that we made up. They're 5x7, but Sweet. They are of the art for the multiplayer cards. So we got the orb, one for the Outlands.
Nice.
One for Nexus, which I think turned out pretty well. And then
I don't know if I've seen that one yet. It's cool.
I'll show you that one in a second here. And then as a bonus, we got the artwork for this.
Sweet.
SorceryCon. So
yeah, came out nice.
I got 2 sets of 4 postcards here if you want to spin your wheel.
All right. Let me see. So I got the I wonder if there's a way I could resurrect the larger wheel of names. Let me see if I was clever enough to save this off from last time. Because I only have like 10 names on there that are in the sample pack break today. But I thought last time I might have created a list. I got to get better organized here, man. Always winging it. So let's see. Or we can do for people, so we got about 30 people live right now. We could come up with a clever idea for a trivia guess on something. If you got an idea. Think about it while I'm digging here. I was ill prepared for a giveaway. I remember you mentioned it, and I blanked on it. All right, let's see. Giveaways. All right, I got a giveaway roster here. So this list here, this is probably from the Facebook. Yeah, here we go. We could use this. I did a list from like the post I had in the Facebook group where people have been chiming in with their favorite art and cards and things like that. So I could resurrect this on the wheel, and that'll probably be a good way to do it. We'll spin twice. You said 2 sets of 4,
yep.
Or what do you got?
I got 2 sets of 4.
All right, cool. All right. So let me go to the wheel. Yep, 108 names came up. There we go. Boom. It's working. All right, so we'll do a few shuffles. 108, and we'll spin twice, and then I'll track them down for their shipping info.
Perfect.
Here we go. Dan is at the tournament. That's the Frogman himself. So he's actually at SorceryCon right now. He was flexing his 3-3 record because usually he goes to the LGS and he wins like 0 to 1 times.
Yeah, I think he won more than that this weekend because if I remember correctly, his son pulled a Avatar of Earth sketch.
Yep.
Curio, so that's pretty cool. He's having a good weekend.
Yeah, Yeah, he pulled that, and then he showed in my Discord yesterday. Somehow he had like a Bloom of Frogs curio too, but maybe that was just like one he had before because he's a frogman, or he might have acquired it from somebody at the show to complete his set. All right, so I got his info. We'll go one more time. Congrats to Dan. He was super pumped about the tournament. He said he was like doing signings because people know him as the Frogman. Oh, and Chris. Chris is a guy that posts on the Facebook community group all the time. So I'll definitely be able to get his contact info as well. Do you know him by any chance, Chris?
Not personally.
Yeah.
I don't do a lot on Facebook, to be honest. I got Discord, and that's about it for me.
Okay. Cool. All right, man. Well, I'll get you their info, and hang on a second. Let me go back.
Just give you this last one here, because you were asking about it. This is the original for Nexus.
Yeah, I think I do remember you seeing that. Man, that's really cool. I like that. It's epic looking. Nice. All right, dude. Well, again, this auction ends at 8 p.m. Eastern for the painting you see here, 18 by 24 inches. It's on a hardboard, right?
Yep.
What's the medium again? Was it acrylic?
Acrylic paint.
Yeah, acrylic paint on a hardboard. So it's real sturdy. It's going to frame up nice. I can't wait till someone wins this and frames it up because I think it's got a lot of potential in a frame. It always like changes the vibe significantly if you choose the right frame for something. It can really enhance it. So, but yeah, awesome job, cool concept, and yeah, thanks for helping out. One of the first like major events of Sorcery, and I think these guys have ambitions to do it annually. So maybe you could be a part of it next year.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
So, yeah, and we'll see you at the IX Art Show, Reading, Pennsylvania, in October. I'll definitely see you there. Hopefully we'll get a good turnout from Sorcery fans. I know definitely like Menges, Drew Tucker, and at least those two are going. And we're likely to see potentially others too. So, and maybe you someday will be a Sorcery artist. I know that's the goal.
That's what we're swinging for.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. Take care.
Take care.
See ya. All right, guys. Nice work by Steve. All right, we're going to get into the break here. And let me just hit up one more person. We might have another guest at some point. Let me just give the heads up on that. All right. In the meantime, people always ask, how do you get in on these sample pack breaks? Well, you join the Collector Arthouse Discord or the Collector Arthouse Facebook group, or just send me a direct message, and you can get in on it. So this one is sold out. I don't do the live, like Whatnot live sales type things, whatnot.com or whatever it is, or the app. We just do it here on YouTube. So I pre-sell it, and then we just do it. And this is pack 17. We're going to have pack 18 next weekend. And I think there are just 2 slots left in that one. 13 have sold. I believe there's 2 remaining. So you gotta act quick if you want in on this one. Usually, like when I do these live events, people want to buy in. They jump in. They blow up the Discord. They start buying into the break. So you could go to sample pack break number 18. Let me show you here, guys. Let's go back to the interwebs. Yeah, so we got Facebook there. We got Discord here. This is the Collector Arthouse Discord. And if you come down to sample pack break 18, we have, what did I say? 11 for 13 sold, 2 left. So there's 2 spots left. Just come into the Discord here, and you could drop a message here or send me a direct message. Or if you're on Facebook, just direct message Mike Servati, and you can get in next weekend on those 2 slots. Sometimes it gets oversold. People get excited during the live. And what we do then, let's do this. What we do then is that I just open up pack 19. No big deal. We got plenty of packs to go. Kinda. You know, they're getting hard to find and freaking absurdly expensive. But we're doing the best we can. So what I need to do is message our next guest and see if this person's going to make it today or not. Let me see. Active 11 hours ago. All right. All right. All right, guys. I don't want to spoil who the special guest is. Because you know what? You know what with these guests? Sometimes it doesn't happen. A few weeks ago when Drew was on from March of the Mortals, and what is his YouTube called, guys? I forget off the cuff. But Drew was on. I was going to surprise him with a special artist guest, and it didn't actually happen that time. There was something came up, you know? Things happen in life. All right, so what we're going to do is struggle with a pack, all right? So we said we'll do the Americano pack today, and we're going to go with Frazetta here, the Frazetta mat. Well, let's do a little coverage here, a little alignment. All right, so we got the pack. We got my mouse in the way. Zoom properly. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We got 15 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 cards, not 15 people. You can buy multiple slots in the breaks if you choose to. Oftentimes people do that. Yeah, Daniel Huffman reminds me of Highland Klansman. That's exactly what I was thinking as he was talking about that artwork. Yeah, we'll see how it comes out. It's pretty cool mock-up he has going. All right, so we got that. We got the sample pack. I need to sleeve these up after I break it. I need my axe tool. All right, there we go. So we're going to do this. Unsheath the axe. So we're doing an American pack. We're going to shimmy the cards down so no one gets hurt in this operation. We're going to find out it's impossible to open through the middle like a normal pack, even when you get the excess. So we're going to give up. And we're going to go to the little slot thing and then try to do this nicely for historical record. And I count up the packs in a future break like I just did here. So let me try to do it from the back side and preserve the front. It sounded wrong. Should never say that live on camera. All right. So pop it right there. It's hard to get the thumb in there when you got no nails. All right. Let's talk amongst yourselves here, guys. It's all going to be all right. All right. I didn't cut my hand. It was close. I slipped with the blade there a little bit. All right. I got it. I got an angle on this guy. We're getting better at this. Ah, shit. What? Right when you get to the middle, that's when you start having issues. Where's my guest at? No response. Been drooling on the pillow for 11 hours. Unbelievable. Who isn't on Facebook every waking moment 24/7? Running 1.75 time to catch up on the live action. Wow, that one came right open. All right. All right, so we're into the pack. And damn it, that was not a clean break, guys. This one is not going to be displayable unless we display the back. Look at that. Look at that tragic slice down the front. Got a little too hasty. Come on. Look at that. The glue towards the edges. Come on now. Triggering me this early? This early on a Sunday, getting triggered by this thing. Here we go. This blade is incredible. You can hit it from any angle. All right, we're in. We're in. Upside down, good. We're going to make sure we have 15 cards. It's the first check. People are going to... There you go. Yeah, not ideal. Not ideal. But it's fine. All right, we're going to make sure we have 15 cards. Then we're going to sleeve them up. Let me sheathe the weapon. We're going to see how many Atlas cards. Always interesting. So we were talking about Damo earlier. And the freaking guy had like 10 Atlas cards in his pre-production silver pack. Unbelievable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 and only one Atlas. So in this pre-production silver pack, he had, again, I want to say like 10 Atlas cards. And then he thought it was all Atlas cards in his pack. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Because there's always 0. Last week we had 0 Atlas cards. So there's 0 to, I used to say 0 to 4. Now it's like 0 to 10 apparently. But the Atlas cards are super hard to find and pull. Why is it? All right, yeah, I'll just leave that. It's fine. I'm hearing beeps on Discord now. Should I close Discord? Maybe I'll leave it open for now. All right, so anyway, we have only one Atlas card in this pack. Lord of Itza, you need a better tool. No. That tool is God tier. That is the greatest tool. It's got, last week we discovered the screwdriver attachments. In case we need to screw some things. Here we go, Atlas. But that blade is highly versatile. I do have, I actually have a butterfly knife. I went to Chinatown in Philly in high school. And we go into this like regular store, right? And then my friend told me there's like this back room, upstairs level. So we go into the back room with, a couple employees, and they got like a freaking armory back there. So I bought a switchblade, and I bought this cane that had a sword inside of it. It's freaking epic. And I think we got some ninja stars or I got some nunchucks. I remember that for sure. I think they definitely had ninja stars. I might have got a couple of those too. This thing was incredible. I gotta find that place again, man. I only retain knowledge on things for like 3 to 7 minutes at best, and then it's wiped clean from my memory. So that's why I need like notebooks and things like this guy. You know, I gotta jot things down. Keep it up. I even put my name on it just in case I forget it's mine, and then I remember to do things if I don't have my iPhone on me, or I post. You guys see me post in the Discord a matter of record, like who bought into these packs and whatnot. There's always so much going on. I could only retain so much. I can't remember things. So anyway, I can't remember where this store was, but I know it was in Chinatown in Philly, and it was unbelievable. You go into the back room, they got all these like swords and like I say, nunchucks, switchblades, ninja stars. It was pretty shady, I gotta say. I mean, I don't know if any of that's illegal, but you know, when you're in high school, you need that kind of stuff. Oh, I got a blowgun, too. It shoots these mini darts. I found it like a couple weeks ago, and I started firing those babies off into the walls and stuff. Yeah, the wife wasn't impressed, but the kids thought it was cool. I'm gonna have to bring that. I'm gonna have to bring that in next time. I'll show you guys my blowgun. My 3-year-old daughter was playing with that like it was like a trumpet or something. You know, you got to be careful around the kids. They don't know. She just thought it was I guess if she thinks it's a trumpet, we're probably all safe and secure. All right, let's shuffle this guy up. Is that the FBI knocking on the door? I don't know. I don't know if it's illegal, right? What's the problem with that? You think they restrict? They don't restrict anything here in the United States. You can do whatever you want. You know, with I never heard of a ban on ninja stars. Not many people own them. You know, it's rare. It's like a curio basically. When's the last time you found someone that has like real nunchucks and a blowgun and a switchblade? I don't know, something like that. I think I actually, damn, where did I put that? I think I used it for alpha box breaks. Speaking of which, back there on the floor, I have a master case for alpha. So I also have orders open for alpha. You know what? I should probably, let me drop off Discord because it keeps beeping here. People keep blowing me up on Discord. I keep hearing these beeps. It's distracting. Some jurisdictions do restrict those weapons. Maybe that's why they're in a back room in Chinatown. I hate to be that guy, but I have throwing stars, nunchucks, and a blowgun. That I believe. And you're also aren't you like a police officer, man? Tell us about the legalities of having that kind of stuff. Maybe you have a license to carry or something, but I'm just an average guy in Virginia. I don't use it for any use case except like, you know, shooting darts around the house. All of those are totally illegal in Australia. Really? Is there a list of illegal weapons? I'll show you guys my blowgun. At this point, I don't know if it's Mike or if my head is unrecoverably deep in the gutter. Says you could have them all. All right. Just reading the chat. Really only time I can focus on chat is when I'm shuffling ad nauseum here. You think I shuffled this good enough? I also have an Ed Bear Jr. print here that I've still not gotten into yet. We got a 1-of-1 test proof on Italian foil vinyl. So maybe after the break, if this thing doesn't go for 4 hours, we'll get into that. We're already 4 minutes in. That's it. That's basically right on schedule. I want to say like most sample pack breaks start about 45 minutes in. And I told some people in the Discord, hey, you know, if you're busy Sunday morning, tune in around 12:30. You probably won't miss a thing. And what do you know? Right on schedule. I always have a lengthy intro, sometimes like special guests. There's a lot of tournament action on, so it's great to have Steve on talking about SorceryCon. That's a big deal. His painting's really awesome. And yeah, you can support him and help him out by bidding on that auction. And as you see, I have that painting in hand, and I will ship it right out to you this week, whoever wins tonight. And yeah, maybe the sketch will be included. We'll see where it lands. And then a couple lucky people, Frogman won the Prince, and Chris Hugh on Facebook if you're watching. I think he does watch from Facebook, I want to say. All right. So we're pretty well shuffled. We got our things here. Man, I hope our guest can join. It'd be pretty freaking epic and really change the whole vibe and dynamic. Should I call him up? Should I call him live while we're going here? Let me call him up. You can hang out during the break. Oh, okay. All right. And then, yeah, that. Oh. All right, guys. All right. I shouldn't be checking my messages while I'm live. Let me call this guy. It's my quick phone call here. I gotta move a little so you know we're still live. Nothing? Voice. Hey, man. I'm actually live right now. It's 12:13 Eastern time. I forget if you're behind me in your time zone. Yeah, so I'm live, and I sent you the link. You're welcome to come on whenever you can. I'll probably be going for at least another hour, maybe 90 minutes or so, maybe 2 hours. Who knows? So just yeah, go into. I'll try to look for your messages, but go in there and just click on the link and join when you can. All right, see ya. All right, guys. Hopefully, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I got to charge my AirPods, because who knows if or when we might have another guest, and then I don't want to risk having no juice in the pods. All right, let's get serious. We'll start getting into the break, and then yeah, Kevmo's excited for Frogman. Yeah, Frogman won some prints from Steve Centerpoint. All right, what are we doing here, guys? What is actually going on? Let's go to the wheel of names. We got the cards adequately shuffled. We got 15 slots. They won postcards that postcard size prints that Steve made, Centerpoint, of the paintings he's been doing. All right, so Emmett has 3. Kevmo, man, you got to join on time, Kevmo, come on, man. All right, so we got Emmett first. I got to get into a rhythm here. I'm all flustered. All right, Emmett's first. Back here, boom. All right, we got it. All right, so let me put these aside. We got Emmett first. He's got 3. Yeah, man. All right, he's going hard on this one. He's got 3. We take it right off the top. First one. Are we on max zoom? Let's see. We got Frank Skull there taking a look. 33 people. Here we go. All-terrain vestments. All-terrain. So there's several. Here we go. This is an exceptional. So it's a nice hit right out of the gate. Exceptionals are extremely rare sample cards. And it says the bearer of these vestments has Submerge, Burrowing, and Voidwalk. They also lose Waterbound, Firebound, Earthbound, and Windbound. Man, they gain a lot, they lose a lot. What are you going to do? It's not quite all-terrain. It's most terrain. All right, so let's go to the interwebs here. And I was watching... All right, let's do this. Because I was watching back, and I was seeing that like when I do this one here, you guys can't really see a lot, right? It is nice for a before and after. But let's just go max zoom here. Cards. Elvira Pelikowska. There's several more of these artist proofs left. Oh, okay. So the all-terrain vestments actually is now an elite. So the sample card was an exceptional. It was 3 to cast. It was a relic. It's still 3 to cast. It was called All-Terrain Vestments, and it still is. An exceptional relic for any adventure becomes an elite armor fit for any adventure. Bearer has Burrowing, Submerge, and Voidwalk if it's a minion. All right, so all the stuff you lose was eliminated, and you just gain Burrowing, Submerge, and Voidwalk if it's a minion. So that's pretty sweet because it was an exceptional and a rarity changed to an elite. There's only so many examples of that. Let's go back to the main screen, and you see the all-terrain vestments, an exceptional as a sample card. So pretty significant change on that one. Let's see. Let's see if we got some all-terrains here, guys. Here we go. Wow, there's a lot of all-terrains. I remember I sold a few of these. There's a really sweet one in the current 2 sets that Elvira Pelikowska sent me. So she's one of the artists I work with to sell her artist proofs, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these left. And let's take a look at the art here. Yeah, really cool. So comparing to the original art, I'll put that right there in the background for reference. And here are the artist proofs. So you got this one. You got that steam engine going. The guy in the armored suit. All detailed ink sketches. Really nice. There's the glove and wristband. The backpack. Oh, and that's pretty sweet. This is kind of like a Lovecraftian take on this one. With the octopus legs. Trying to take him down and submerge him. That's pretty sweet. That's probably, in my opinion, maybe the best of the bunch. So it does have submerge, you know? So it's kind of symbolic. It's almost like Elvira Pellicasco plays the game, guys. What do you think? I don't know. Maybe she does. Or maybe she understands the submerge mechanic. But it's pretty freaking well done. All right, so all-terrain investments. That's the exceptional. Now we're going to go back to the wheel. And give her a spin. X out of that. Back to the wheel. Mystery guess, man. Wild card. Always a wild card. You never know. Come on, Kev. You can't give the Kevins a bad rep. Running at 2x speed until you catch up. Oh, Lord of Itza. All right, I think Lord has just one in the pack. His buddy's playing coy with me, man. Aren't you buddies? No, I don't know if you're buddies with him. Are you buddies with Damo? I asked Damo. I was like, where'd you get that pack, man? He won't tell me. He's like, I guess it's who you know. Which is right. Because that's pretty much how I got all my sample packs, is they're impossible to find. So it helps to have a network. And yeah, I'm always in the market for sample packs. If anyone wants to hit me up, please do. Because I'd like to keep these breaks going for a while. We're trying to chase the Predestination, the Philo Stone, the Empyrean Net, the Wolpertinger, right? The counterspells, ordinary, exceptional, elite, and unique counterspells. There's one of each. There's the Book of Kells. There's the Alchemical Hack. Man, the possibilities of hits are incredible. We got the mixes, which are uniques, actually, as sample cards. And conversely, the cores, which were once upon a time called gems, are exceptionals. So that is probably the biggest exceptional hit you can get. One of the biggest for sure. Oh, you're buddies with Orth. Yeah, that's right. So the Australians are buddies. Damo pulled the Empyrean Net. Yeah, that was a sick pull. I love the artwork on that one from Drew Tucker. Geyser. Wow, look at that, guys. Another exceptional. So I didn't shuffle too great. This is a really cool artwork by Matt Thames. Matt recently offered his artist proof cards. They went pretty quick. Notice how this is 0 to cast because it has the quick magic effect. So in the sample pack era days, this was a card you would play on your opponent's turn with the quick mechanic, and it says target site becomes a water site until end of turn. The site's other properties remain. You may have one target minion on the site gain airborne until end of turn. So pretty awesome quick mechanic card. I can't recall if I've ever pulled this one as an exceptional. Let's take a look here now on the Collector Arthouse website. Sorcery cards. Matt Thames is right here. And it's still called Geyser, so it's 2 to cast and 1 threshold. It loses the quick mechanic. They got rid of that for everything except dodge roll, which is the single card that survived alpha that you could play on your opponent's turn and dodge an attack. So a sudden gush of exceptional magic. It used to say exceptional quick magic of rupturing pressure. Interesting. A sudden gush of exceptional magic. So in many cases on the typeline text, they use heavy alliteration. That seems to be something that I assume Nick Reynolds is into, right? And like on this one, it doesn't have it. It just says a sudden gush of exceptional magic. All right. This turn, flood target site and give each minion there airborne. And you draw a card. Sick. So it has card draw ability, which is something the sample card did not have. So that's actually this turn, flood target site and give each minion there airborne. So you flood the site, it goes under. They persevere because they can fly with airborne, and you draw a card. That seems like a pretty good card, is it not? I mean, I have an undefeated record in gameplay, but there are a few people that have played more than I have. So if anyone wants to chime in on the power level of that card, I would love to know if you think that's a good card. I think it's pretty good. It's pretty reasonable to cast, and the effect seems strong. All right, Jerry Jodis off the wheel. We're so efficient with this now. Jerry Jodis. All right, Jerry. Jerry's got one in the pack. Coming off the wheel. Switcheroo to the overhead cam. Right off the top. All his proofs besides the rivers and turtles are available on his website. Yeah, the rivers went fast, and Tough Turtle is super popular. Matt Thames. All right, here we go, Jerry. Oh, wow. Damn. Twister. 3 exceptionals in a row. Twister. Man, that is sick. This became Chaos Twister, which is just like, it's like a throwback to Chaos Orb and Magic the Gathering. I was super excited about this one because I actually, in the early days of the Sorcery Contested Realm Discord, I was talking with Eric, and I was talking about how Chaos Orb would be the ultimate throwback to Magic the Gathering for this game, Sorcery. If you drop that card on the realm and you wipe out minions in the realm. Right? And he actually liked the idea. He said that thought hadn't occurred to him. And he changed the design. He evolved the design of this card to really give it a ton of flavor where you blow it off your hand onto the realm and it obliterates, what it touches. Just like Chaos Orb, the ultimate throwback. So it's kind of like a special card to me. I remember I pulled it in my first alpha break. And this is just a monster, like incredible pull from a sample pack. The nostalgia on this is incredible. The artwork by Francesca Berald is next level. Man, congrats to Jerry. This is incredible sample card pull. I didn't even know this existed as a sample card. I can't recall ever seeing this. So that is a huge monster hit. Absolutely awesome. Jerry's a good guy. He's been buying some artist proofs. He's into the artwork. So I'm really happy for him on this one. So let's analyze this one. It was called Only Twister early on. 3 to cast, 1 threshold, exceptional magic, taken to dizzying heights. Man, and this is a mouthful to read, but it's worth it for the Twister. As you play this Twister, determine a random site by rolling a d20. Re-roll until you get a number that has a site on it. Throw target minion to the site closest to that location. So you throw the minion, not the card. You decide which site if several are tied for being the closest. This minion takes and deals splash damage on the site it lands equal to the distance traveled. Good Lord, man. What an unbelievable card. All right, so let's see how that evolved in Alpha. I'm sure a lot of you guys are quite familiar with that one. Man, again, this is like one of the big ones from Francesca Berald. So it's super exciting for Jerry to pull here. Chaos Twister. So 3 and 1 threshold. It now costs 4 and 2 threshold. And it says Elite Magic of Orbital Dexterity. So another one of these, 2 so far. 2 of the exceptionals that became elites in Alpha. Elite Magic of Orbital Dexterity. Again, no abuse of alliteration on there. Thank you. Place target minion on the back of your hand, then blow it off from a height of at least 1 foot. Deal damage equal to its power to each unit atop the site it lands on, including itself. Now, it's time to be a megalomaniac and claim credit for designing this card. Let me show you guys the exchange I had with Eric about this. I don't want to spoil who the mystery guest could be. So, if you go to Sorcery Contested Realm Community Facebook group, and let's look for Chaos Twister, and I'll show you I got to find, here you go, right on top. So in May 3rd, 2023, I posted this, and it says, one of the cards I pulled in my Alpha Reveal event last weekend. So I did a huge Alpha Reveal event with like half of the Sorcery artists when Alpha first came out. You guys got to go check that video on the YouTube channel if you haven't seen that yet. It says, one of the cards I pulled from the Alpha Reveal event last weekend. This is actually the true homage to Chaos Orb, and maybe my conversation with the King. And by there, at that time, we called Tony Sudlow the King, but when I said the King, I was talking about Eric Olofsson, the creator of the game. In January 2021 was my small contribution to sorcery. Question mark, exclamation point, question mark. It's the version of history I'll choose to believe. Haha. Chaos Orb and now Chaos Twister are iconic. So this is the Alpha card that I pulled in my event there. And then here's the dialogue I had with Eric on the official Discord dating back to January 17th, 2022 here, guys. I said to Eric, it would be an interesting twist if you made Chaos Orb competition legal. Would work well with this game. The ultimate throwback. And Eric laughed. He says, interesting. I did not think about that. That mechanic would work so much better. Better is debatable, says Tapeworm. So I said, haha, it really would. Maybe some kind of creative twist on it would be fun and interesting. All right. And then he says, Yeah, so then he showed a version of the card, his marked playtest, and he says, this comes to mind. All right? So it was before we saw the card, and I was saying, let's get Chaos Twister into Sorcery. And he said he didn't think of the game mechanic in that context, but he did have this idea of a card design where you throw the minion across the realm, and it ended up changing to a more tightly correlated Chaos Orb type mechanic where you blow it off the side of your hand from a foot above, just like the Chaos Orb, and it drops onto the realm and kills things in its path. So boom! There you have it, guys. My contribution. I am a game designer. Collector Arthouse, Sorcery game designer. Who knew? Who knew about that? Now everybody knows. Because I just grandstand it on my own channel. It's my own live break. I can do whatever the hell I want. I could claim to be a creator all I want. No one can regulate it. Not even that goofy bastard Sergi Brin, who hides all my lives behind a live tab on Sorcery so no one can discover it, no one can see it, no one can view it. All right. So Angleworm says, I've created so much angst and controversy. What are you going to do? I don't know. I don't know why, man. I just love on Sorcery, and people love to talk shit. All right. Let me see. Mike liked the Gonzaga football team, undefeated since 1941. Is that a fact? I don't know. Maybe that's just an old urban legend. All right. Congrats, question mark. You guys love the Chaos Twister. Got to go back to the conversation now. Good luck. What? Oh, the convention. All right, Kevmo's out of here. Good luck, Kevmo. Crack some skulls. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, speaking about reactions to the card. Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. 12 to go here. The wheel's up. Man, what a freaking hit that was, huh? What a story about how I personally designed that card. Don't let Eric tell you otherwise. Or go ask him. He probably won't respond. If he doesn't respond, that means it's true. All right? So go ask him. No response means no. Denial means true. All right? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. KP Skate Park for 1 in the pack. Man, I'm all fired up now with the Chaos Twister. We hit, was that three exceptionals in a row? Who shuffled this pack? Man, so we still got an Eliter Unique. We got the Ordinary slot. Looks like we're not going to hit a mix in this today unless we have an imbalance of rarities, which I'm not sure that has happened, but anyway, yeah, that Chaos Twister is one of my favorite cards in Sorcery, so I'm super jealous of Jerry. Maybe I could work out a deal with him. I don't know. Dodge roll. Man, it seems like every week we get dodge roll. So another one with the quick mechanic. This is the actual quick mechanic that survived into alpha. I want to say someone was looking for this card recently. This is a pretty popular one. People often ask about the artist proof card of this one or the sample because it's the only card that has that quick mechanic. And I would think we're likely to see more of that in the future, right? Playing on your opponent's turn. It kind of adds a whole new flavor and dynamic to the game if they can figure out how to do that strategically and not F it up in a way that triggers people like the counterspells seem to do. All right. So we got a What's Up Mike from someone on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, guys, I can't tell who you are. So just if you want to, you can identify yourself. Otherwise, it's a mystery. But yeah, what's up to you too, man? Man or lady? I think I got a 5% lady following on this channel. Something like that. And which increased. I was at 1%. Then I started combing my hair and shaving my neck beard before streams, clipping the nails, and all of a sudden I jumped 4% on the ladies. All right. It looked to me like you shuffled well. Yeah, I did. I shuffled for a while. Sorcery magically clumps even after shuffle. The collation is powerful. That is true sorcery. All right, guys. Love watching your content. Thank you, man. Whoever said that with one of these. Is that the horns? All right, guys. Back to the wheel. We're going to go for another spin of the wheel here. Got a little distracted by the chat. I like to engage with the chat when I can. All right, 11 to go. Here we go. Oh, Clinette. What's up, man? Or Clinet? Are you French, man? Let me know if you're French. That's an interesting name. It's pretty awesome and unique. And I think you have a channel too, if I'm not mistaken, and a pretty large IG following. So good for you, man. I'm glad you're into, I think he's a magic guy, from what I understand. Maybe one of these, what do these guys call themselves? The Los Angeles Old School Angels or something? What is it? What is it, man? The Old School Angels or the City of Angels or something. All right, H-Cho. Yeah, these guys are like the freaking living the dream over there in California. You know, the way California, you know, has this reputation of being like the greatest place in the world to a lot of Americans. But people to live there seem to say it's like terrible. Like parts of it, I'm sure. I'm sure other parts are awesome. But you got Brian Smith is there in Los Angeles. And these old school Magic guys are just like the coolest guys ever. They look like the happiest freaking people I've ever seen in my life, for one. And you always got my guy, shit, I'm going to blank on his name. I get flustered in the lives. I can't think. I can't do any critical thinking while I'm live. But you got this, one of my Italian brothers out there is keeping it real with his boys. He's always like looking like the happiest freaking guy. I'm trying not to curse and it's distracting me. But this is like the happiest bastard I've ever seen in my life. And he's always with his boys playing sorcery. And it's just freaking epic. All right, here we go. H-Cho. Oh, Extinguish. Yeah, this one is nice. I think didn't we pull this one pretty recently? So this one, of course, has the extra mystique about it, as it became the first painted version of this became a curio card throwback. Brian Smith, super popular artist, of course. 0 to cast. Another quick mechanic. How many freaking cards with a quick mechanic did we pull today? So we got Dodge Roll, we have Geyser, and that's it. So this is the third. So it's really interesting. We're getting a historical education here on the quick mechanic in early sorcery development. So there were so many more cards you could play on your opponent's turn with that quick mechanic. That's what it did. So much quick magic in this pack, yeah. So ordinary quick magic of Flickering Failure, right? And it changed to Guttering. What in the curio card, or it was Guttering early on, or it is now Guttering. It's Guttering in alpha, but it has an old school original painting, so it's kind of like a juxtaposition of old and new with that curio card. It's pretty interesting. Ordinary quick magic of Flickering Failure, counter target fire spell or destroy a fire target near your spellcaster. So it's got like a counter spell effect targeted only to fire, and whereas the other counter spells from sorcery sample packs in early development counter cards of equal rarity. So ordinary counter spell would counter an ordinary spell, for example, and etc. for exceptional, elite, and unique. Let's see. How do you get on the wheel? Yeah, so I covered that earlier. If you guys want to get in the breaks, you join the Collector Arthouse Discord or my Collector. I have a Collector Arthouse Facebook group. Where I advertise the breaks. So this one's sold out. I don't sell them live. I pre-sell them and then I schedule the break. And there were 2 slots as of the beginning of this recording for next weekend's break. But I have plenty more packs, so if it gets oversold, I'll just keep doing it. So just send me a DM if you want to get in. I'm doing $400 per slot now because sample packs are getting extremely hard to find and they're very, very expensive. So I'm trying to make it last. I was doing like 2 packs at a time in these breaks, and I cut it back to 1 because I don't want to sell out and be, not be able to engage with the community anymore. Although I opened alpha breaks too. So next week I might do a sample pack. I assume I'll sell out those last 2. So I'll break the pack number 18, and then maybe I'll open like a few booster boxes too, because a couple guys already bought into the alpha breaks. I think we have 2 full boxes sold, and several of the guys already paid. So if we have 2 full boxes sold and paid, maybe we'll open 2 boxes and a sample pack. That'd be pretty cool. All right, so going to the website here, we're gonna go to Sorcery Cards on CollectorArthouse.com, and we're looking for Brian Smith, the man in the studio, where he's around his paintings all the time, just painting. Extinguish. All right? So it's 3 and 2 to cast, no quick magic, Guttering Failure, as we said. Banish all fire minions and fire auras occupying target site up to 2 steps away. Right? So you can't counter something when you play it on your turn, so you banish fire minions instead. All right. There we do. Got the StreamYard permissions fixed. Oh, nice. Alex Schwarak. Yeah, man. Not many people opt into the StreamYard permissions. That's funny. They usually just jump over to YouTube, and then I just see them popping up as Facebook users. So, yeah, you figured it out. Maybe you should comment in the chat like how you did that or something. Because I think it like gives you a link and says like if you want your name to be visible, you got to click this link and go to StreamYard and like opt into it or something like that. No one's actually ever done it. They just said who they are and they show up as Facebook user in the chat. It's kind of funny. All right, so going back to the wheel. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm not getting too distracted here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, look at that. I didn't realize the Atlas was going to be the last card in the pack. That was not by plan. It was straight randomization. So that would be pretty fun to see how that plays out. All right, so we got 10 cards, 10 names on the wheel. Here we go with the spin. All right. Whoop. Emmett, his second of 3. All right. So we got Emmett on top here. Remove 1 instance on the wheel. Back to the overhead cam. Right off the top for Emmett. Amazon Warriors, Elvira Shakarova. So we featured her work earlier and mentioned it was her birthday. This one's pretty hilarious. I had her on the channel. We did an interview, and she talked about how this was inspired by, she was watching sports with her mom, and they were watching a volleyball match, and she was noticing how the volleyball players were like towering over the coach. So she did this hilarious artist proof, and I'll show you guys in a minute, of these Amazon Warriors. In the artist proof concept, she actually did like these female volleyball players towering over their little coach. So 5 to cast, 6 power level. This thing is beastly. Ordinary mythics, preparing for war. And it has no mechanic. It simply has a quote from Homer here that says, "We shall arm ourselves in our war gear and waken sharp ears by the hollow vessels." It's a really nice artwork. This was included in the collector tier, and the person who won it sold it. And he very nicely, I think he gave Elvira some of that sale, which is a very nice throwback to do. It's a really great artwork. It's a great piece. I don't think he wanted to sell it, but he ended up having to sell it, and a guy in my Patreon actually ended up buying this one, and he did an exceptional frame job. I'll leave it up to him if he wants to share that. I think he shared it in my Discord, so if you actually go to Collector Arthouse Discord and do a search for it, you'll find it. But he did an amazing frame job of this, and it looks like really epic. I think it was like a golden frame, as I recall, and it looked really sick. So let's go. Let's compare really quick to how this changed. And then we'll go back to the Facebook group, and 6 power. So bitter cardboard's talking up the power. So let's see what it is now for an ordinary Elvira Shakarova. Here we go. Yeah, so we have Amazon Warriors, Ordinary Immortals. It was 5 power. So it did get a nerf. A lot of these sample cards, super OP. They got adjusted for alpha and got nerfed a little bit. Man, look at the detail in this artwork. Maybe I could find it. We'll do a search and see if it comes up. It says, Ordinary Mortals of magnificent stature. All right, maybe the alliteration wasn't as manhandled as much as I thought before. The Homer quote was expanded. It says, tonight we keep watch, and tomorrow, before dawn, we shall arm ourselves in our weapons, and beside their hollow vessels waken bitter Eris. Homer. All right, so let's go to, again, the Facebook group. Oh, wait, hang on, guys. What's showing right now? There's my giveaways roster. What do we got? Blank screen? All right, hang on a second, guys. Not feeling too swift right now. Don't know if I'll make it. Shit. Okay. So we might not have our special guest. Let me chat him up here. Hang on. If you can make it, great. If not, no problem at all. We'll definitely do it another time. All right, guys. All right. All right, guys. That's the problem when you show your screen and you have direct messages. I don't want to spoil the surprise aspect of it. All right, so I'm looking for Amazon Warriors. And here you go, guys. So check this out. We got the this was a sample card, right? So I auctioned the sample card ages ago, and here we go. We have another one now, another discovered, and you have the copyright symbol. That's how you know it's a sample card. This was back to January of 2023. And scrolling through, you got the original sketch. Do I have the sketch on this one? Where did I put my art book? Did I show that one? Let me see, guys. Hang on. I have several of Elvira's original sketches. Really honored to own those because unfortunately I don't own any of her original paintings. But I love Elvira and her work. She's a truly gifted artist. She's done the greatest altars I've ever seen in my life. And I don't know, it's not in there. I have another art portfolio that has larger sketches. Some of hers were larger, so they didn't fit in there. But look at this beautiful sketch she did here of these Amazon warrior ladies. She's got the little maquette, right, that shows like the posture of this one here, holding the bow, I guess, of one of the warriors. And then she sketched that up. That's really cool. Another one. So she like held these maquettes at different angles for a reference image. Actually, are these little like dolls? Yeah, maquette's like a clay thing that artists make. This looks like an actual functional little doll she probably bought or something. I don't know. That's pretty awesome. And then you can like contort it in different ways as a reference model. That's what artists do. And that's the original painting, guys. Look at that. I asked her about this floor. I was like, man, that looks real intricate and hard to do. And she's like, nah, it's pretty easy, actually. I was like, oh, I'm a moron. I don't know how to even draw. I could barely write my own name, let alone draw. And I was actually, I went to school for architecture my first semester in college at Penn State University. And I did that for a semester. And there was like all these artists in there, right? And they're painting like this amazing shit. Like the first year, they make you do all this painting. I thought it was going to be mechanical drawing, CAD design and whatnot, digital. And, they're making me like draw and paint for the first time in my life. I looked like a complete jackass. Then I'd have to stand in front of the class and like try to explain why I'm painting like a child. And, so then I switched into engineering, actually, because I was good at math and science, believe it or not. I should have done business or something. I wasted my whole life. I'm finally figuring it out. I should have just done sorcery, but it didn't exist 20 years ago when I was a wee little lad. Anyway, there's the painting, the progress photos. This is why you want to join the Facebook group, guys. You see all the great history, the media library, the photo library, and you just do a search for that like I just did here. See? Amazon Warriors. All this great stuff pops up. All this great stuff. Look at that. Elvira Pawlikowska. Or Elvira Shakarova, excuse me. So the number 2, she kept the number 1 of the artist proofs, and this was the inspiration for the idea. You have the large volleyball players towering over their little coach, saying, "She looks like Joe Paterno there a little bit." She's like, "Come on, let's go. And they're like, "What are we gonna do here? What's the call, coach? Put me in, coach." The Amazon Warriors. I love the little banner she does too with the numbering and the signature. Anyway, I took way too long on that. I'm not sure if our guest is going to join us, so we're going to keep rolling with it. Maybe we'll have a little time at the end if he doesn't join, and we'll see him another time. All right, so back to the wheel. 9 to go. That underwater waterfall is mesmerizing. I love that background. Yeah, that's a beautiful, beautiful piece. The meta for sorcery is only beginning with so many great cards and possible combos. Yep. Yeah, I posted a question about that in the Facebook group recently. Let me mute my speakers here. Asking people what cards do they think has the most potential for expansibility with new cards being introduced. And of course, cards like Key Theorem Mechanism and stuff like that are going to be good. And Philo Stone, will always be good. Then you got like Highland Falconer, which summons a beast. And what else? Highland Princess, like all these tutoring effect type cards. Those all have great potential. You see how competent I am at gameplay? People are always talking shit, saying like, hey, you don't even know how to play the game, guy. Well, look at me now, boys. Just rattling off game mechanics from memory. Brian. Hurricane. This is a real nice artwork. I actually, I brokered a consignment deal sale of this original painting. Person bought it from Vincent, and then I sold it to another guy in my Patreon. Actually, ultimately ended up purchasing this one. I think I auctioned it. Sometimes I'll do direct deal consignment because I know a lot of people that own different paintings, and sometimes I'm able to track them down and broker sales, or just find them myself and buy them myself. You know what I mean? You know? Look at this cute little guy. Look at him. Or they come up, and actually there's going to be one coming from an artist, a auction painting from an artist coming up, possibly in a few weeks. It's a little fuzzy on the shipping timeline. There's a few things in the work on that one, and then there's I think there's a couple guys in the community thinking it over. I'm trying to acquire another painting, believe it or not. I mean, I keep I'm a bit of an addict with that. I got to have more paintings. And I see one and just like, I'm like, damn, you own that one? I need to own that one. And then one thing leads to another, and we start talking about it. And I, you know, so people want to do trades. They want to raise cash, you know, for Arthurian Legends, for whatever, alpha foils. People still chasing complete sets. Anyway, way off topic here. The Hurricane. If you got paintings, contact me. That's the moral of the story. The Hurricane was an ordinary magic with devastating consequences. Submerge all minions on water sites. Ambitions are sundered in the storms of fate. This one has a really awesome flavor text quote that I really like. All right, so we're going to go back to the Collector Arthouse page, and we're going to go to Vincent Pompetti. Let me show you one thing about Vincent Pompetti here, guys. So today in the Facebook group, we had a picture of an appearance that included both Vincent Pompetti and Severin Pinu. What is this survey here? Just curious how many whales we got here that can buy boxes compared to regular folk. How many boxes have you bought? This is an interesting survey. Let's check out the results of this. I'm way off tangent here. 2 people said no boxes, 4 boosters. 2 people 100 plus. Look at these whales. All right, I think we got some breakers up in here. 49 people said 10 to 20. 62 people 3 to 6. All right, we should plot that up. We should plot that one up. That's an interesting survey. Good thinking. All right, let's go to You know what I should do? I should probably go. Let me see. How do I use my own Facebook group? Man, see, I tell you guys, I'm way more competent on mobile. Media? Here we go. Cut right to the chase. There it is. Look at this. Vincent Pompetti in all his glory and Severin Pinu, the Great. There they are. Just chilling here. What is this, a castle? Is that a lance on the wall? What is this weapon right here? Who else is going to Chinatown in the back room, huh? Look at that thing. That is like an old school sword. Happy as could be. Severin and Vincent, 2 legends. Look at this. Look at these rooms here. What goes on in these rooms? I got to get to Italy, man. This reminds me of my great-grandfather's house in Sicily. He had this like old school room like this. And they all have a long table because all Italians do is binge eat. That's not a stereotype. That's just what happens. We just binge eat all day. I probably gained like 10 pounds in a week going to Italy and Sicily. And you got these big rooms like this, these tall walls, these old buildings, and you got these like old school doors that someone just kind of like went to the Italian Home Depot and just started smacking shit together. They probably just carved it themselves, honestly. Everyone's a carpenter or a tailor over there. Every single Italian knows how to trim wood or clothes. All right, now that I offended a whole nationality, I am Italian, so I could say whatever I want for the most part. But let's look at the Hurricane from Vincent Pompetti. And we're already there, okay? So Hurricane is now called Stormy Seas. All right, so another one. We have all these rarity changes today. This one went from ordinary to exceptional. It was 5 and 1 to cast, and it got cheaper to cast. So this one actually improved a bit, and it's 4 and 1. The artwork is incredible. I probably should have just bought this one too. And it says, Exceptional Magic of Maritime Furor. Submerge all minions and artifacts occupying target water site. The sea is angry today, my friends. What is that, a Cosmo Kramer quote? The sea is angry today, my friends. Hike and hold, men fly. Bring dew astern Neptune's belly. Man, they put a Cosmo Kramer quote in this one for Alpha. But on the sample card, let's go back to the sample card now. The sample card says Hurricane, and it was a little more expensive to cast, and it was ordinary magic with devastating consequences. Submerge all minions on water sites. Ambitions are sundered in the storms of fate. No Cosmo Kramer action there. But for Alpha, we went straight Kramer on this one, guys. Straight Kramer right here. You can't. I don't know why the resolution sucks here. I should probably improve my own site. This blows up beautifully on my screen. It's a StreamYard problem. It's really not. You can't blame the site. It says the sea is angry today, my friends. Stormy seas. So a little extra flavor if you hadn't noticed. All right, so we're down to 8 entries. Spinning the wheel. Let me make sure. Let me see if I got any more messages. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to make it, guys. He read my messages. Oh, need food. R. Koenig. Does he have 2? Mm-hmm. R. Koenig has 2 in the pack. He loves samples, man. He gets in a lot of these breaks. Did we sell out sample pack break number 18 yet? 2 slots were left to go for next weekend. We got to get that sold, and we'll just keep rolling every weekend. I don't care. Every weekend, guys, until we're out, until we've wiped them off the face of the earth. We're just going to keep rolling it. So, yeah, pack 18's up, and if it gets oversold, I'll open pack 19 like I had to do last week. All right, so Ryan, R. Koenig, from the top, only 1 Atlas in this pack. Swamp Buffalo, ordinary beast of ponderous proportions. So even then, they were messing with the alliteration. And it has no special mechanic. It just says the Swamp Buffalo is an icon of contentment. Look how happy this buffalo is. He looks, it's a bit of irony on this one, guys. I don't know. I've seen happier buffaloes. This is like the Buffalo Bills at the end of the season. You know? They're anything but ponderous proportions and anything but the icon of contentment. Sadly. Story of my life here, guys. All right, so we're going to go to Jussie Pelkis. Jussie Pelkis. I'm all over the place. Jussie Pelkis with the Swamp Buffalo. Man, such a great page of art. The Swamp Buffalo. Same casting cost, same name, same power level 2, an ordinary beast of ponderous proportions. They added a little bit to the flavor text and passive, plump, and peaceful. The Swamp Buffalo is an icon of contentment. I've seemed to have pulled this one several times. Probably some of my cards are on their table to be signed. Yeah, people are doing signatures. I was actually, oh, you think that's in France? Yeah, I was actually, I've been talking about it for a long time, opening a signature service. I know a lot of the artists want to do it. I guess let me know in the chat, guys, if you want, if you're interested in signature service. I've just been dragging my feet on it because I've just been super busy with just a lot of different initiatives going on. But, you know, I work with a lot of the artists, so there is interest. I was thinking about doing it for U.S. only, or if you have a mail forwarding address or contact in the United States, I would collect cards for everybody in the U.S. and then mail them off to the artists around the world, and then mail them back out to you to kind of streamline it, because it's a pain for the artists to have to mail to everybody individually. They enjoy the support and the service on that. So it's an option. And, you know, there's a guy in Italy that's doing it for the Europeans right now. So he's kind of handling the European market. I talked to him about it, and I was like, yeah, it wouldn't make sense for people in Europe to mail to me, for me to mail like all over the world, and then the artist to mail back to me, and then me to these people. So I'll probably handle the U.S. market if I end up doing that. All right. Anyway, spinning the wheel, 7 left. Signatures and altars, yeah. Yeah, altars. I've been having some conversations about that too. Agent Made. Oh man, I butchered your name. It's actually Agent Made. Bit of a hasty misspell there. But yeah, there's some great altarists in Sorcery, so that could be a possibility as well. But you know, the artists are very busy. I've actually been trying to discover new altarists because I think it's super cool that Elvira, Kaio, and Marta were great magic altarists that were discovered by Eric to be commissioned for Sorcery. And there's other like tremendously talented altarists out there. So, you know, part of what I love to do is showcase art within Sorcery and beyond. And if I could discover some top talent altarists that come into Sorcery and do it tastefully, where they completely reimagine the face of the card and reimagine the illustration entirely. I don't like altars that retain parts of the original artist concept themselves and then they only tweak things around it. That's kind of like, you know, that's really pushing the boundaries of copyright infringement, in my opinion, because it's like highly derivative of the original artwork and then you're tailoring it and claim it to be your own. It's not the right thing to do, in my opinion. So if I were to do altars, I would do it with artists on their own cards, or if they want to reimagine resurface the face of the card itself and then paint their own vision of what that card could be. That's perfectly fine. Just retain the text. Of course, get rid of the artist name, sign it yourself. And that is the right way to do altars, in my opinion. to respect the copyright and the integrity of the original art and not claim portions of it to be your own when you alter it and sell it for your own gain. You know, unless there's like consent from the artist and it's some kind of collaboration. It's the same thing with anything like prints, playmats. I mean, you can't print other people's work. You can't really just like Photoshop it and tweak it and print it, you know. Some people don't know this, so it's worth saying. All right, Agent Made. Let's get back on schedule here. Agent Made, back to the break. Elveline Dryads. Really nice. So we just did the giveaway of the Dryads last weekend. That beautiful, elegant painting that Elvira did was given away, and I actually connected with the guy this time. So he probably has it by now. I think I shipped it off earlier in the week, so he's probably enjoying that artist proof. I mean, her artist proofs are incredible. I showed you guys at the beginning of the show the montage I made with Elvira holding her amazing Dream Quest painting, which was one of the early auctions we did of her artworks, which was very, very successful. And oh, we have a potential guest chiming in. I can't see him just yet. It says his devices are not connected. So things might take a step here, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Comment in the video thing, you know, so it gets more visibility. And if you guys could post the link in the official Sorcery Discord and like other Discord forums and tell people we're live right now, hopefully we can get more people to join and have some fun with our special guest that might be joining us in a minute. It looks like he's working out some technical difficulties because I only see him backstage with no camera. So I might have to text with him on the side here in a minute, but I'll let him I'll let him fiddle with that and then we'll get going. All right, Elveline Dryads, Ordinary Mythic Women of the Woods. You have one more mana, and let's go to the interwebs and go to Elvira's page. Sorcery cards, Elvira Shakarova, Elveline Dryads, Ordinary Spirits of Sweet Sucker. Elveline Dryads, provide one. You have one more mana. Ah, he dropped out. All right, hopefully this guy's going to join us, guys. All right. So let's go to the wheel. My stomach's growling, man. I did have a protein bar before, and we're only an hour and a half in, so I don't know, man. I'm a growing boy. I need to eat. I need to eat more frequently, more quantity. Agent Made, again. The second of his two. All right. Here we go. Hey, whoever just said hi on Facebook, hello to you too, my friend. I don't know who it is because it says Facebook user in the chat. All right, so remove from the wheel, back to there. So now let me see if I got a message. Oh, wait. All right, hang on. All right, let me tell him. All right, let's show the card first. Agent Made's probably anxious to see, and then I'll write to this guy. The Ral Dromedary. Dude, you'd be surprised how much the Dromedary sold for when I was auctioning these guys in 2022 before Alpha came back. The Dromedary is an iconic card because Eric told stories of this guy in the early days about him carrying the Doomsday device on his back and it blowing up. We got to tell some stories of the Dromedary in a moment. But this is a classic. All right, and I'll tell you why. Let's go to the interwebs again real quick. Sorcery Contested Realm Community Group. You click the search magnifying glass. You see it here? See that wiggle? You click there, and then you type in Dromedary. And you got to spell it right, guys. You got to spell it right or you're going to have problems. Dromedary. Look at this. Look at this. So we did this altered print concept. We were talking about alters earlier. So Kyle did this. We did ask Elvira Palikowska, respectfully, that we wanted to do a crossover concept with the Dromedary and her Doomsday device. She graciously agreed. She loved the idea. She thought it was awesome. And then Kyle printed the Dromedary, and then he painted the Doomsday device on the back of the Dromedary. All right, so we had that one to kind of like mirror the story that Eric told in the early days. It was a pretty creative project. And then we had, that's the original painting of the Dromedary. Really cool, really nicely done. What's going on over here? I'm sorry, what? All right. Oh, we had Eric Gets Wrecked. So this is like the first artist proof that Kaio did, the 1 of 25, where he has a dromedary eating Eric's face, right? Glasses go down and his whole face gets eaten. Here you have a few of the print concepts. We did kind of like a guy from Bazaar of Baghdad chilling there. And we had the guy with the dromedary on his back. This one was hilarious. The 3 of 3 showed the dromedary absolutely nuked after the Doomsday device detonates. So you have the smoke coming from its legs, its torso completely illuminated, and then pieces of the Doomsday device just strewn along the field on fire, in flames, you know? Incredible altarist, Kaio. So an altered print was a new and novel concept that we kind of coined and came up with for sorcery. This was the original. I took these pictures before I auctioned and sold those. Yeah, so there's a sample card. Let's see. This sample card sold for $400 back in November of 2022. $400 for that one. Here we had an auction of, we did the pairing. Yeah, this was fun. After we did the crossover concept, I sold a sample card of the dromedary and a Doomsday device. The pair sold for $1,700. Yeah, there's a bit of history. There's a Bazaar of Baghdad guy. That one sold for a few $100, $375. Here's a cool mock-up or a, you know, of the blown up legs and then the dromedary and the Doomsday device. So these crossovers were pretty cool because you could frame them. And there you have the 3, the series. Blowing up and then the aftermath. A real-life dromedary and the painting. All right, I digress. What I need to do is go to... All right, I need to click off of this. So I'm going to do this. You guys can look at the dromedary for a minute. I'm going to type to our guest and say, hey, I saw you pop in backstage, but there was no video. When you click on the link, I'm going to talk out loud so it's not as boring. When you click on the link for StreamYard, it should let you select the, oh wait, it should let you select the video and audio options. Try again if you want to come on. Would be awesome. All right. We'll try that. We'll see if it responds. If not, I will maybe call him again on his cell phone. Live while on camera. Man, I'm so hungry right now. All right. So freaking hungry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. And we're going to finish with the Atlas card. And we're going to spin the wheel. Hope you're not lactose intolerant because it's the dromedary. And Raphael has done some amazing alters of her cards. Yep. Sweartus Wheel is allergic to my name this week. Yeah. Mildew Med, buried. Wow, again. Okay. RC Koenig. Mill has 2 in the pack. So you probably have pretty good odds of hitting that Atlas card, though, which is pretty epic because all the Atlas sites are very rare. So this might work out in your favor. So anyway, there was the wheel. I wasn't even showing the wheel, guys. My bad. So you see, we have no more R. Koenig on the wheel anymore. He was the name we just hit. So we're going to go right off the top. There he is with the label maker. And here we have it. Blank. Wow, beautiful artwork, this blank. Another quick magic card. Are we hitting every freaking quick card in this pack? Is this like quick collation? How is this possible? It's unreal. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, we got a little storytelling action going on in this sample pack of all the cards that had quick mechanic. We're going to have to do some research. Hey! All right, hang on, guys. We got him. We got him. Hang on. All right, we got our guest here. Hang on. Hey!
Hey!
What's up, man?
Not much. How you doing?
Tony Sudlow. What's up? Yeah, I hear you great now. I don't know what was going on before.
I was trying to hook up through my computer, and I just couldn't figure it out.
Yeah. So, yeah, I like your moniker there, the King. That's awesome. I showed, I don't know if you're just tuning in or if you were watching earlier, but I showed the sketch you sent me and the artist proof you made.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love this. I love this proof, dude. This is so great.
Oh, thanks, man.
Do you want to? So I don't know. Like the channel's grown a lot and stuff, and I don't know if people remember. It's been a while since you were on last. Do you want to remind everybody of like the concept you're doing with the King proofs?
I don't think I ever gave that out.
Yeah, I thought we talked about it, but I can't remember for sure either. It was so long ago.
Me and you talked about it, but I just I never really said what I was doing to everybody. Just to you. So what I'm basically doing is I'm going to be the proofs of the King of the Realm proofs are going to be pictures of me until I get sick of painting myself. Of things during my life, stages of my life, all the way from being born as an infant to sorcery. So it'll be all different kinds of, me looking at different ages and all that kind of stuff. So all dressed in different kind of, kingly garb, princely garb, and stuff like that. So, did you used to have? So you've always had long hair like this? I see you got it now. yeah. I had long hair all the way up until I started working for Montgomery County Jail, and when I had to cut my hair for them. So then I cut it short, and then I had it short for a few years, and then when I got this job with working for Sorcery, I was working security and still had short hair, and then I just let it grow from there. So it was really short. This is where it's at now is like probably like a 4-year growth,
Yeah. And the goatee, your goatee's looking pretty full. So this was like, were you in your 30s here?
That was when I was just started working at TSR.
Okay.
That was
awesome.
Like, probably 94, 95, somewhere in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the history of that. And I forget if you told me what the symbols mean. Do you remember?
Can you zoom in on them? I think. Let
me see. Yeah, I can't. We'd have to like research it again, I think, or I'd have to go through chat.
It's got to be a Nokian, so it's probably. I might have put my initials.
Yeah.
Anthony Paul Sedlow. That might have been
right. I think that's what you told me. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I love that proof. And then I had I had my sketchbook out, my Padfolio. But yeah, I was doing a sample pack break here. I got through most of it already, so there's a few more cards. Let's I don't know that like so a lot of your cards are really high rarity, so like the chances of pulling it in regular packs is hard enough, but with these old sample packs were like they look like this, right? So there was 244 of these in the higher cost Kickstarter tiers. So like I ended up getting like a bunch of these. They're really expensive to buy, but I do these breaks and people buy into the packs. So like we've opened a bunch on the channel here. And I don't know that I've ever found. So for one, like there's only 244 packs. So there's not a lot of them. And then there's only 15 cards, just like the alpha. And yours are pretty high rarity. A lot of your cards are elite or unique. So I don't think I've ever pulled one of your sample cards. So maybe we will. Let's see. I only got 4 left, so let's keep going with it. We could chat while we're going and then talk after. But there's 4 more.
What the hell is this shit?
This is the random wheel. So these are the guys that bought into the pack.
It's blocking my fucking screen. I can't see shit.
Oh, you can't see it?
Well, I can see the wheel. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is there any way I can make my face bigger on this damn phone?
I
need to just click something, hit something here.
I'm not sure. I haven't tried to do it through the phone. I always do it through the computer, so it's a little different.
Yeah.
But here, let me let's go back to this view.
I wonder if it's something that I have to do on my end. I don't know. I'm just I'm a postage stamp here, so I can't even see my own face.
Play around with the settings a bit. Ooh, the Blood Ravens. Did you see? I don't know if you saw if you follow the Facebook group much or not, but I just sold like the painting for this one.
Yeah, and, I saw that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool concept.
It's a cool picture, man. Very cool. I like you were zooming in and coming out on it and stuff. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
I like that a lot. Who did that one?
It was Mikhail Nagypal.
Oh.
Yeah, he's out. He lives in Slovakia, I want to say. He's in Europe. But yeah, he's doing these awesome concepts for his proofs too. And I think he said he's going to send me a few more pretty soon. Who got that one? Pristinables. So we just did that painting, and the guy sold a sample card too. So that's a real cool concept.
Yeah.
All right.
Very cool painting.
I'm gonna get through this quicker than usual, and then we could chat a little bit.
Yeah, if you don't see me, man, I'm just screwing around here. I don't know what the hell's going on.
All right. Yeah, play around with the settings. All right, Miltimed. Move him. All of a sudden, he came back with a cigarette. That's funny. Oh, the Autumn Unicorn. This is a beautiful artwork by Severin. I actually sold this painting too. So she sold hers ages ago, and then like some of the guys are reselling theirs because they want to chase the alpha cards or whatever. They need cash for whatever reason. So it's created opportunities for people to acquire these paintings that have already changed hands once. And this was one of the ones that was resold. But yeah, that's really nice. This one didn't have any special game mechanic effects, but it's like a card that's reasonably cost effective to play, and it's got a mid-range power level. So, but a beautiful artwork. You don't see art like this too much in TCGs, I feel.
No, you don't see it. A lot of the artwork that you see in Sorcery, you don't see it. It's becoming unique to the card game itself. So
yeah,
hopefully we can keep it that way, and the shit don't get all over the place.
Yeah, it's much more diverse. And then we'll see for Arthurian Legends how much he like hones it into the actual lore. If there's like, I mean, there's all types of things in Arthurian lore, like the knights, the different beasts and stuff that existed. Hey, we got him again twice here. All right, so let's see what this one is. Miltimed again, and then in Met we'll get the last one. The Atlas cards are really rare. Let's see if we get a Tony Sudlow sample card. The odds are like impossible. Although I don't think I pulled an Elite or Unique yet in this pack, so we'll see.
Yeah, we had a hard time even getting any of my cards when you did the Alpha box open.
Yeah, I know, in a whole box. So the Cauldron Crones. Maybe I have opened the pack where there was no Elite or Unique, so it's possible that could happen in this pack. We'll see. Maybe we'll get an Atlas Sight card that's an Elite or Unique. You had the Vault of Zool was a Unique. I don't know if that, I really doubt that would have been a sample card because he decided like really late to. I remember like that got revealed somehow, and it was like on the fence. I think he had an early test print card of it, but like that happened with a lot of these sample cards too, and then they weren't used in alpha. And I think you seemed pretty convinced that it would be an alpha, but we didn't know until like the last second, and then it was finally discussed. I think Eric did a video from the factory that printed the cards, and your card was laying there on the table, so that's how we knew for the first time it was definitively an alpha. It was pretty exciting.
Well, when I was doing it and I got it done, I gave it to him, and I told him, I go, is it going to make the set? Is it in the set? He goes, yeah, it'll be. So that's how I knew. I was just going by what he said, so.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, he changes his mind like constantly, so it was like we never knew for sure what would be an alpha. All right, so this is the last one in a pack. Let's see if we get an actual Elite or Unique in this one. Or if it's just, sometimes, I had one pack one time that didn't have it for the sample packs. They're unpredictable. Let's see if I could get it off the playmat here. All right, gotta slide it up. Oh, so it is a basic site. So I don't think this pack had a Elite or Unique. That's happened before. That's interesting. These rivers so Matt Thames did these rivers, and then there was like a set that Marta Molina did too that was not used in alpha. So that's happened a few times. So with yours, Tony, let's just see here if I missed something. I don't think there was Elite or Unique in this pack, but the exceptionals were really big. Yeah, we got some amazing exceptionals that became elites in the alpha. But there was, speaking of like the same titles that were commissioned, let me go to the split screen. We'll just chat a little bit. So in the, there were like several artworks that were commissioned with the same name. So for yours, the Death Speaker, is that what, that became the Brahm one we talked about last time you were on? He had like a curio card of that.
Yeah.
And then I think, let me see. Let me load this back up. We'll look at your page here on my website.
I can't figure out how to make this shit bigger on my phone, man.
Is it like, how is it when I do this? Does it look bigger now?
It looks bigger now, but it's just,
or if I,
it's been bigger before. Oh, no, there you go.
I think like because I could do it like this,
Yeah, it
but
worked.
the problem is like when I share the screen like this, it's gonna minimize us, which is all right because I want to show the website for a moment. So let me take that off, and then this is your page here. So these are all your alpha cards. So I know yeah, Death Speaker. There was the alternate art that Brahm did for the Curio, or it was like an old. Did you ever work on? You didn't work on Guardians CCG, right? There was only a few artists for that.
I was working at TSR at that time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that the artwork that was used for Death Speaker was from Guardians, so I guess Eric
Yeah.
must have licensed it somehow.
Yeah, that was from that was Parkinson's game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you know, rumor has it that like Eric tried to reach out to Donna Parkinson and you know, his wife.
Yeah.
Since he's passed, and like maybe I'm hoping we'll see some of his licensed work for Sorcery. I don't know, nothing's confirmed, but it'd be pretty cool because I was speculating that they might because he used the Brahm card from Guardian CCG, so clearly Eric's a fan of that. So it'd be cool if he got one of Keith's artworks. Did you ever know Keith?
Um.
You got any stories there?
Oh, I got a very funny story. But, a very funny story, and it's I don't know if I want to say it on air or not. You know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if it's too like embarrassing or
Well,
whatever.
it's embarrassing for me, but it's like kind of like it was like my first time. It was okay. I can tell the story. Fuck it. In 1989, I just got out of school, right? So I was going to Gen Con, and I was at Gen Con, and I had some stuff of magazines that Keith did covers for Dragon magazine and stuff.
Yep.
And I wanted him to sign it for me, you know. So I'm in line waiting, and there's like he's talking to this guy, and you know he's talking to this guy for a while, and I said, Mr. Parkinson, I'm calling him. Oh, can you sign it for me? He goes, yeah, I'll be back later, and he just walks away from me, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? I one signature. That's all I wanted. So then he walked away from me, and he just didn't acknowledge me or anything like that. So I just looked at that as he was being a dick, and I just let it go at that, you know. So 2002 comes rolling around, and you know I've been working into TSR is, you know, it was kind of like at the end of their game and stuff, and it was like Watsy had bought him out and all that shit. And we were both at Gen Con, and I seen him in the bar. You know, I went to get a drink in the bar, and he goes, oh, how you doing? I go, what? He goes, how you doing? I go, I'm all right. I go, how are you? I go, you're Keith Parkinson, aren't you? He goes, yeah. I go, you know what? You're a dick.
Oh man.
And he goes, what? And I told him the story about what he did to me and stuff. And he said, oh, I'm so sorry, man. I didn't do that on purpose. I go, well, it kind of looked like you did it on purpose, man. So then after we had a couple of drinks in the bar, we were cool.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
There's a lot more than that, but I'll leave it out.
Okay.
Yeah. But that was the basic gist of it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
That's why I try when I'm at conventions or I'm like with people or fans or whatever, you know, I go out of my way for them. You know what I mean? I do whatever I can because, you know, that's what I'm here for. You know, that's why we do this. You know, we do it to make a living, yes, but then you get a fan base, and then you got to take care of those people too. You know, to keep, you know, you don't want to end up being a dick. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Well, it's like a small world too, a small community because a lot of artists go to the same events and stuff. So yeah, you see these people a lot. And so you're going. When is the GaryCon? Is that coming up in March? I forget what you told me.
March. I think it's March 20th to the 24th. The 20th is like the Wednesday where you set up, and then it starts on the 21st.
Okay. Yeah, I was talking to someone about that recently, and he was saying it's a great event. They get a lot of the same artists come back year after year, and it's a lot of fun. Pretty casual environment.
Yeah, and it's growing too. It's growing.
It?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Yeah.
Where's it at? Like a big convention center, or what's the venue like?
It's at the old Playboy Club in Lake Geneva. Yeah, I can't remember. It's some resort over there.
Oh, sweet.
can't remember the name of the place, but it's big, man, and it's like basically a TSR reunion. You know what I mean? So it's
Wow.
all the all the TSR people are there, all the writers, the editors, and all that stuff. So yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah. Does Liz Danforth go to that? I thought she did TSR. Do you know her?
Oh yeah, I know Liz.
Oh,
Yeah, Liz. We go back all the way to Fawcett days.
yeah.
But no, I don't think I've ever seen her there. You know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I met her for the first time at the IX art show last year.
Oh,
She's
okay.
pretty cool. Yeah. I remember she did TSR, but yeah, that's cool. I don't know. I'd like to go sometime, but it's like so freaking far. Like, I wish it was drivable. I think it's like a 12 and a half hour drive for me. I'd have to fly in.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. Yeah, there's an event coming up in Baltimore this summer where they're trying to convince some artists to come. We'll have to talk about it offline, see if it fits in your schedule at all. But it's in June, like June 14th to 16th. So there's like these sorcery tournaments that the fans are running. There's a few of them. There's one in Seattle this weekend. There's one in Baltimore in June. So I'm going to go to that one. And I think like Drew Tucker and Jeff Menges are going, and they're trying to get a couple other artists if they can, I believe.
Cool.
Yeah, so that'll be a good time. Meet some of the fans, do some signings, just hang out. There'll be players and collectors going, you know.
Yeah, something like that is like this, basically sorcery would be nice,
Yeah.
And then when things start rolling, and hopefully they roll in this direction where Eric feels that he can send some of us to conventions or whatever, and we can have the whole, like, the company will have a sorcery setup, and then they'll have a few of the artists there doing signings,
Yep.
That's how Magic did it, that's they're pretty good with that.
Yeah. Yeah, Margaret Organ Keene went to the SorceryCon one this weekend, but a lot of these organizers are willing to pay for the artists for their flight and hotel. So it'd just be, free to attend, and then whatever, sell prints or whatever. APs are super hot.
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah. If they send you there, they pay for your flight and your room and board, and maybe even a little per diem. Yeah, you're there. You're there to work then. Then you're signing. You're doing whatever you can.
Yep.
But it's always those things are always a good time, especially if you go there with a couple of people you get to hang out after hours and all that kind of stuff. It's a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really what's fun. Going to dinner or just like going to the bar at night after the event. That's when the fun happens. That's why IX is cool too. I met up with all the artists last year, and I'd love to go to more. Yeah, you're kind of like, you're kind of far away, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd definitely go to these events you're going to. What's the other one you're going to? Not GaryCon, but there's another, right?
Game Hole Con.
Okay.
Game Hole's in Madison, Wisconsin. So it's just pretty much.
Oh.
So, and then in between those, I got another teaching event that is going to take place somewhere in Europe. I don't know yet.
Oh, wow.
I kind of know in a way, but I don't know if I should say it. So,
okay. How do you get hooked up with those? Is that like through Magic somehow, or is that
No, that was just me at a GaryCon convention. And this guy came up to me and started talking to me about teaching kids how to paint fantasy, and giving them my experience in the business and all that kind of crap. And he talked to me, and I probably talked to him and said, "Yeah, that'd be cool," whatever. And then like 3 years later, he contacts me through an email, asking me if I wanted to teach kids how to paint in the Canary Islands.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what? Who is this fucking guy?
Yeah.
So yeah, I did. I swear to God, I didn't remember any of it. And he told me all that. And he said that I was the one that he thought would best suit what he wanted to do. And I go, yeah, me teach kids? Are you fucking kidding me? Let me
yeah.
I didn't know what the kids were, but they ended up being 18 to 30 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, that age group. So yeah, so that's how I hooked up with him. And then we've already done we did the Canary Islands, we did Iceland, and this year is another place in Europe. I don't know. Well, I kind of got a hint of where it's going to be, but he says as long as he's doing these events, I'm his guy. So we'll see where that goes too. So I'll be, hey man, you know, I get to travel the world now, so I I don't have money to be doing that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
that's a great opportunity.
Yeah.
Is it so he has like an art school or something? You said, or how does
he's the president or CEO, whatever you want to call it, of an organization called Dragon Legion, and they it's to promote role playing and to promote role playing games and people getting together and just having fun. And so he has all these places where they go to do these events, and a lot of these events, you know, aren't arts. They might do one a year, and then that's when I go. But the rest of them, they're just all playing games and stuff, and they go to different countries, and it's his group, you know. And he's like teaching role playing to kids like in grammar school, and it's all European. And he gets government funding for it and all that stuff, and it's been working. He's been doing that. He's been at it for like a good 5 years or so.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's great. You get is it like every year he does some kind of thing that you might get to travel for?
Every year they're doing a lot of different things, but every year they're doing an art event. And at the art event, that's when I come in.
Yeah,
and then
going to Europe on someone else's dime is the dream.
Oh, hell yeah!
That's incredible. You know? Yeah.
Even if I have to sleep in a fucking closet, man, I'll go.
Yeah, seeing the world is nothing like it, man. Hey, this is a good question. Someone's asking here in the chat. What is it? Hopefully, it doesn't get you in trouble here. So you got to watch what you say. What is your favorite and least favorite aspects of painting for sorcery?
The favorite, my favorite is just that I'm part of the group and I'm actually painting and doing this kind of, you know, artwork still for a living. And the worst part of it is that I'm too damn fucking slow, you know. Yeah. I wish I could paint more. I wish I could do more. You know, Eric says the same thing. He would like to have more of my cards in the sets, but you know, I'm not the fastest painter in the world. I never was. I put a lot of detail into my stuff, so it takes a while. And now with my hand going on me, it's even slowing me down even more. So I'll get that taken care of in April. So we'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah,
I have a lot of work to do to get ready for this convention in Wisconsin coming up in March. So I didn't want to go and have the surgery and have some kind of complication happen where I couldn't paint or do anything at all, because that would screw me up for this convention. So
yeah,
April 2nd is when I go under the knife.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you I guess you could do the love potion was revealed for Arthurian Legends.
Yeah.
So in theory, you could sell prints of those, I would think, now, right? Because it's out there. It was revealed. People know the artwork exists.
So I was going to ask you, I was going to ask Eric, but I probably wouldn't get an answer for a month from now. But,
yeah.
If I could do that, if I could have prints of it. So maybe I'll probably, I'll get some prints of it coming up, and maybe we can, I'll throw a few at you. You can get rid of them for me. Do some embellishing on them, and
yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, but how did they figure that out? I got a question for you. How did that person figure out that it was Love Potion number 9, the Searchers? Well, not the, but the dog wasn't in there. It was the Searchers. That's the group that sang the song. How did they figure that out?
I don't know. Like, did it use the same symbolic? Or I'm trying to think. Like, didn't we do?
It wasn't Enochian, because Enochian had a lot. This was like a witchcraft, a witch cult.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, from your book. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to go ask the guy. I didn't ask him exactly how he figured it out. But there's so many internet tools nowadays. I wouldn't be surprised if you just show a scanned image and it translates it for you. You know, that's the hard part about these giveaways and things. People figure it out so quick, and you're like, oh shit, I thought that was gonna last at least a couple days or something.
No, but I got something up my sleeve. I'm gonna make up my own shit.
Yeah.
Try to figure it out.
That's a really cool idea, actually. Then you got to have some like consistent pattern where you develop your own language and then people crack the code in time.
I like doing lettering like that. I like doing my own fonts and different things like that when I write stuff. So,
yep.
Yeah, that would be fun to do. I think I'm going to do that. I think I have one that I'm working on, and I'm up all the way up to the letter M. I think so. I'll go there and maybe I'll use that in one of the next ones coming up, and then I'll say, "Figure this out, shit."
Yeah, good luck with that one. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. So the guys in my chat are commenting. Yeah, man. So I don't know. One of these years, I'll try to get to GaryCon. I think that sounds pretty cool. So like, is it how many like artists turn out for that, or how many people?
Oh, there's a lot of people in that vending area that sell that are artists that sell different kinds of things like sculpting little trinkets and stuff they make and all kinds of stuff. You know, there's a lot of artists that are there. Most of the artists that are there are published. They don't have too many that aren't like in the field published or so.
Okay.
So, like Kovacs will be there. You know, Jeff will be there. Jim Butler will be there. Chris Arneson will be there. And there's like a ton of people. There'd be like at least 30 artists there.
Did Chris do stuff for TSR?
Arneson?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But he's
I don't know him well. I've talked to him like on Facebook Messenger like a number of times, and then I didn't realize he was an artist at first. He was like, oh, because like it was like in the early days of Sorcery, and he said that I think he said he connected with you and Jeff Easley like at the GaryCon like a while back, and I was like, oh, cool, you know those guys. It was before I ever talked to you too.
Yeah.
And he was saying like, yeah, I think that's probably how he found out about Sorcery, like in the early days when he was talking with you guys. And it seems like I've bumped into some people like at IX and stuff that had like some of Jeff's paintings, and I just assumed they must have got him at GaryCon or something, because I know he sold his stuff like probably before I even heard of the game, like very early on, and then he kind of moved on to other stuff. He didn't know much about Sorcery, it seems. So
hold on a sec, Mike.
Okay. Yeah, if you guys in chat have questions, let me know. Let's see. Well, I can really... Oh. Yeah, people are asking if you're gonna do like signatures for cards.
Like, what do you mean signatures for cards?
Like if you have like a signature service, you're gonna sign cards. I know I've been thinking about doing that. Like a bunch of the artists asked me. I've just got to like figure out pricing and like a method to do it. It's a lot of logistics and like shipping costs too, because a lot of the artists are over in Europe. You know, it's easier in the U.S. But
yeah, well, the signature service would be Mike, you're the signature service.
Yeah, I got to get it going. Because a pain in the ass to ship to everybody individually, you know.
Well, it's a
for you guys.
It's a pain in the ass for you though too. You know, you're if you're going to be taking on a lot of artists and having them sign the cards, and you know, you ship them to them, they sign them, they ship them back to you, you divvy them, you know, then send them all out again. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of fucking mailing shit. I hate doing that crap.
Yeah.
I am going to say, yeah, for sure I'll sign cards. But if I get people starting to send them to my house, who knows where they're going to go? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I don't want and then losing their cards or something happening, them getting lost in the mail, whatever. But yeah, until something goes where if you're going to do the signature service for us, or if that's not going to happen, then I don't know what else would be. It would be just like sending them to me to my house, and I'll sign them and send them back out.
Yeah. Okay. And then do you do it? I'm sure you do it like at these events you go to, right? If someone comes up to you at GaryCon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. People come up to me they'll give me some bunch of cards like sometimes like when I first started for Magic, I was signing. People were bringing me stacks of fucking cards, man. I mean, like
Yeah.
70 cards. Oh, can you sign these for me? I go, you want them all right now? Like, act like in an hour or two. You know what I mean? It would be
Yeah.
like, and then you're sitting there signing your name. It takes away from the convention because you're like you're signing your name and you're trying to talk to people. It's just a pain in the ass. So I rather what I was doing is like, you want all these cards signed? I'll take them back to my hotel room. I'll sign them. I'll bring them back to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Too fucking many, you know. If sure, if it's like 10 cards, 15 cards, yeah, but not like fucking, 25 to 70, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, how many cards do you end up with in Alpha? Let me see. You got
13.
3, 6, 9. Yeah, 13. Yeah, because you're probably going to find people that have like complete sets at this point, either of Alpha and or Beta, and probably want to have a signature on one of each. But then you got guys that like go hard and want to play the game with a full signed deck. So if they're running like 3 copies of one of your exceptional cards, for example, they might ask you to sign 3. But a lot of your yeah.
It'll be fun to start signing some cards other than fucking Magic,
Yeah.
Because I'm still signing fucking Magic cards, man. Still to this day. I just got yesterday in the mail. I just got a set of 50 proofs of a card I did for Magic, and it's always the same fucking card. This one is it's called Wild Growth, and it's just like a tree with a bunch of brambles on it and stuff. I have so many proofs of these, so much of these APs of these cards that like 600-700 I got laying around my house.
Wow.
That I just I was gonna throw them out. My brother Bob said, "Oh, give them to me."
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully I don't know how Eric's going to do it for I think it's because they reprint the card like in different formats and stuff. Like hopefully like Eric won't be doing a lot of that, and like the artist proofs will be more rare and valuable. Like the Alpha ones are really valuable right now because there's only 25 of each, and then or 29 when you count the ones that were in Kickstarter. But then he didn't do them for beta again, so maybe like the reprints he won't do it. It'll just be first print, which I think is better for everybody. It's better for the artist because like the original is more valuable when you sell it the first time. Yeah. Better for the collector, it holds their value. People like that from a collector perspective. If you have like hundreds and piles of them, then it hurts everybody really. They become heavily diluted.
They're worthless.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think 25 for the artist proofs, how he's giving them to us. I think that's a good number. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That keeps it low, keeps it more rare. Because there's only 25 of them, and if he reprints that card, hopefully he's not going to be reprinting any of these cards until later on. You can use them. All these cards will be for their own, like Arthurian. When Arthurian comes out, just give us 25 proofs each of those too.
Yeah.
Don't jack it up to 50. Just leave it.
Yeah. I think it's a good number. I actually tried, like early on, I tried to convince them to do like 25 regular, like you have with the regular face and white back, and then do 25 with the full art face and white back. So you had 50 total, but 2 variants. And he didn't decide to do it, but I thought that would be like perfect for Sorcery, where it's all about hand painted traditional art. So maybe, I don't know, if you played around with that concept in the future, that could be pretty cool too. And then at least the 2 variants are still fairly rare. But that's a lot of cards, 50 per,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And like signing if people have foils of your card.
Yep.
So I'm just thinking, me personally, I'll be signing the back side of that card where the full art is.
Yeah.
Sign the front of it where the box is at,
Yeah.
So I don't know how anybody else is going to do it, but I'm going to be signing them that way.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll have to ask some of the other artists if they've signed their foils yet, or what people are asking for at the various shows. And then it like motivates them if they're going to put it in their binder and stuff to display the full art side and not the foil side, which is good.
Yeah, well, it's up to them how they want to sign. You know what I mean? If can you sign the foil side? You're going to sign the foil side, but I prefer to sign the back side. So
yeah.
Yeah, so what are you gonna do?
Yeah, the full art's cool, and you got I think in. Are you thinking about like for the future ones playing around with like hiding stuff under the text box and stuff like that, or you don't really mess around with that as much? I think you did. You did for like Holy Grail was revealed. We know that one's out there, and I assume that's got to be in Arthurian Legends. But that was like pretty cool Easter egg you had buried there, and actually Vaults of Zool too, right? You had something there.
Oh yeah, I had a bunch of stuff in the vault. Hey, the Vault of Zool's a whole ton of shit in there, man.
Yeah. I remember we talked about that after it was revealed. It was like the panda bear and the coins or the gold, the treasure,
the phallic symbols.
Yeah,
the Enochian that's in there too. That's written above the gates and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah,
the reference to a biblical reference is in there. So there's a lot of different things, and I actually told some people, I don't know who, if it was family or friends or if it was Wound. I think I actually told Wound because he wanted me to sign the card, you know. I said, well, the cards, I mean, the painting. He goes, well, the painting's already, I said, the painting's signed. He goes, where? I said, it's above on the gate. It's in Enochian. But then he wanted me to sign it anyway, so I signed it. He's buying the painting. I could do whatever. Tell me.
Yeah.
If he wants to sign that way, I'll do it for him. But yeah, so what I'm thinking now is like when I do a painting now, I'm thinking of how much I can pull out of that painted card and put into an AP. So I like to put all the APs or you know, deal with what's on the front side of the card, you know, so. But I don't know what the hell I'm going to do for Love Potion.
Yeah. I don't know. You come up with something.
Yeah, I'm sure I will.
You got a lot of ideas.
Yeah, so,
but,
I talked to Jeff, and he's up for doing the proofs, and
nice.
And he's asking me, he goes, well, what do you do? Does it have to relate to the card on the front? You know, what's on the front of the card? I go, well, you can do whatever you want, but that makes sense to me to the front of the card. But if you want,
didn't he do didn't he ever do like magic proofs, or he doesn't really bother? I wonder if he just signs them and doesn't do art on them.
I think he's done a few, you know. For as fast as he paints and how his style is, he can knock out APs. You know, he could probably do like 5 a day. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. Well, yeah, it's fun because like, especially with Sorcery, you only get the cards once every year. You know, the sets are so far and few between. So like, the artist proofs is like getting new art for the game. It's because it's you know, the artists we love the new ideas. I don't know. Some guys like to commission their own ideas and ask for this and that. Whenever I get them, I just say like, whatever the artist wants to do, just surprise me, because it's more like I'm into the artist because of their ideas, not because of my own ideas, you know? So that's how I look at artist proofs, but it's different for everybody. So yeah, whatever he wants to do, I'm sure will come out great. People love dragons and stuff. He's great at dragons, you know? Yeah. So you can do those all day.
Dragons or the undead walking skeletons and stuff. He does all that stuff really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that's what he's known for, you know? Unfortunately, I'm known for a lot of shit going on, so trying to shove that into an AP, it's not going to work. You know, it's just I paint with the smallest brushes I can paint with, and like I said, with my hand the way it's working now, it's tough. It takes me a little bit longer than it should. All my art takes a little bit longer than it should, but now so my hand the way it is, it's even worse. So yeah, but you know, it's trying to do my best.
Yeah, no, it still looks great. You showed me that recent one that I'm going to send to Jimmy whenever you send it over. But so he didn't reveal it yet, but I'm sure he will once he gets it. But I mean, it still looks like great, man, top notch. And I don't think you have to do crazy detail on these APs. A concept like that, or like you're doing with the King of the Realm, that's just like you, or whatever, like your other concepts are going to be. I think that's perfect for an artist proof.
Yeah, well, that works out how I worked that out, and the same for the Undine, which was my daughter. I probably do that with her going through her ages as she grew up.
Oh, wow.
In different water spots, dealing with an Undine kind of thing. So
yeah,
I worked that some kind of way.
Yeah. Yeah, I love those thematic things. Francesca's doing that too with some of her proofs. Like the Eric's Curiosa, you know, it's got stuff all over the table that I guess it's things she owns
Yeah.
personally. But like, it's kind of cool, the idea of like doing a thematic thing through all 25 copies, you know, telling some kind of story. You know, art is about storytelling, really.
Yeah, it is, and
So.
it makes it kind of makes it more collectible too, you know. And you
Mhm.
know what I'm going to do when I get some time, I'm going to start doing, like, you know, people ask for you know, these COAs and stuff like that. For my proofs on the COAs that I've done for the King of the Realm, and I owe you one. Is I'm gonna write on the back what was going on in my life when I painted when I was at when I used that picture. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Okay.
like
That's
for
cool.
like the one for that I just finished, you know, here's a 25-year-old you know, prince before he got married to my first bride. Kind of, you know, I'll figure out some kind of shit to write.
Yeah.
Do that and kind of make them cool. You know, they're not going to be all typed. They'll be handwritten out and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be kind of cool. I
Yeah.
get all
Idea.
rolling and stuff and get it all going on, and it's just a lot of work. You know, to me at this point in my life, all this stuff is starting to get overwhelming for me because there's just so much that I can do, not necessarily to make money, but yeah, to make money one, but there's so much stuff I can do. You know, like with these embellished prints, more artist proofs. You know, you know, you know, it's endless what you can do with all this stuff, and then you know, I got to take care of a house. I got this, and it gets to be overwhelming. So I kind of need a secretary, so to speak.
Yeah. A lot of logistics.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do the artistic work, but then you got to sell it, ship it, find buyers. It's a whole full-time job. But yeah, man. Well, we got to talk more about. I got to run in a minute here because I've been going for over 2 hours. But let's talk more about like what you're doing in June if you're around at all. If you have any interest in going to the Baltimore show, if these guys will pay for you to go, that'd be pretty sweet. Because I'm definitely gonna go, and there'll be a few other artists there. It'd be cool to connect in person if it's possible at all.
Yeah, if they'll pay for me to go, I'll go.
Yeah, the organizer was in the chat here, so like I'm gonna talk to him after we log off and see if you'd like to, if he can afford to have you come out, and then we could talk more about it, see if the dates work.
Okay, sounds cool, Mike.
So, all right, man. Well, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it on short notice here. I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah, I'm glad I was able to get myself together. At first I was like, I'm like, I can do this. I just want to figure out how to get this shit on my computer so I can see a bigger face of myself. You know, I can't. All I see is this postage stamp.
Yeah,
you're a postage stamp too.
Yeah, I know. It's tough on the phone. You know, it works so much better if you work it on the computer. Work it out with your brother. I know he helps you out with that kind of stuff. Maybe you could figure it out.
he told me I need a new fucking computer, man. He goes,
oh.
That piece of shit. He goes, I got 3 of them over here. Just you know, bring your tower and I'll just transfer everything over. So.
Oh, okay. There you go.
That eventually.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. You guys take care. Everybody take care, man. See you later.
All right, man. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. See ya.